And I'm muted. Perfect. Konnichiwa. It's your boy, Yami. Isn't that great? Hi, everybody. Welcome to YouTube. And welcome to the first stream where I learn Japanese and I teach you as I go. We are going to be learning Japanese together. Hence the name of the show. Welcome, everybody. We are going to be working pretty focused. I want these streams to also be self-contained videos that are valuable on their own, even if you're not here for the live stream. So it's going to be a comfy, low-key, chill, and fun way to learn Japanese together. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you want to take notes, consider doing so. Today, we are going to go into the writing system, or at least two of the three major ones. The kana. The kana are phonetic, meaning you read the sounds that they make. Unlike the kanji, who are not phonetic. You read them differently depending on context. And that sounds like a pain, but it's actually super fun. But we're not there yet. We're doing basically the Japanese alphabet today. Welcome, everybody. I'm well. I'm not used to streaming. I would say this early, but it's noon, so you know. My head is usually in the clouds around this time. So welcome, welcome. Has anyone here studied Japanese before? Are you familiar with any Japanese? I can teach you a good word that you probably heard because it's kind of a meme. Ohayo. Good morning. And one of the first phrases you also learn ever is genki desu ka or o genki desu ka? Are you well? Or more well translated, I think it's something like, are you of good spirits? And then you can say, hi, genki desu. Welcome, everybody. I hope you will enjoy today. Real quick about this, what I aim to do. I'm doing this a lot for my own sake, but also because I feel like it's nice. I don't have any larger pretensions of, this becoming huge, but hopefully this will catch on. It's meant to be a 1 hour-ish stream, fairly often, regularly, where we learn something new, because I need to study more, and this is a good way to do it, and I want to do that together with you. I will teach as I go, and if I am wrong, well, I'll correct myself, or you can correct me. That's perfectly fine. Hiccup. Alright, so, kana, hana. There are two different ones. The main one, hiragana, that's basically for conjugation. It's for spelling things out. It's like a regular alphabet. And then there's the other one for loan words and for onomatopoeia, which is sounds that, well, they're the sound for the sound. They represent, so bang, that's an onomatopoeia. There's a bunch of different applications too for it, but that's basically it. They look a little bit sharper. Let's see here. This is Duolingo. We're gonna have a look at it, but we're going to be using another tool first. I have a couple of tools for you that I wanted to show and that I wanted to go into. Try it, but learn from Duolingo. Duolingo is okay. We are going to be using Kanshiro. Look at this. What do you see here? I see characters. So there's a bunch of different ones. I would recommend, for example, Kawaii Nihongo. I think they're really good. They're cute. Kawaii means cute. We don't have to go into kawaii culture, but yes, cute is the main translation of kawaii. It has taken on a bit more of a meaning too, but anyway, this is the meme one. This is you know, the Gura one. I want to be very clear about, you should always learn to write Japanese by hand. You should practice it by hand. all of the kana, all of the kanji have a stroke order. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 here. Stroke order. Stroke being mainly because you used to write this with the brush. So you have 1, 2, beautiful. I'm doing this with a mouse. 2, down. 3, beautiful. This is to make sure that it looks proper. It makes more sense for bigger kanji, and it's also a bit archaic, but you should absolutely learn how to do it with the right stroke order. We're going to go into how kana is a bit different from the Roman system, for example, or the Roman alphabet. Kanjiro should be on mobile too, I believe. This is just a browser. So you can make it anime, boom, down, and squiggly, 1, 2, squiggly. You're going to be noticing that a lot of these shapes are reoccurring. Some of them mean different things on their own. This, for example, you'll see this cross a bunch. Also, the squiggly here on its own means something else too. But together like this, it's a. All right. This here, it's the easiest to remember in my opinion. This is E. In Swedish, I is pronounced as E. It's to koi, fish swimming. To koi, E. E. Got that? Oop, oop, E. This here is oot, oot, oot. Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm using a mouse, but you can make it animate to show you exactly. It's really important to preserve the little like edges and stuff. This little squiggly here. It's not always supposed to be like a straight line. Sometimes you need little squiggles just to show clearly what it is or to do it properly. We respect the kana, we respect the kanji, we do it to the best of our abilities, the way it's supposed to look. And don't be discouraged if you're writing this and it doesn't look good. That's okay, you'll get there. It takes a few hundred tries before you really nail it, in my opinion. As you can see here, this too also has the little hat, number 1 here, the little squiggly. And then it goes to something that looks like a Z. Like a Z with an N or a 7 and an N. This here is E. Or E. See, I can't do it very well, but E. Yeah. So if you're an anime and you're shocked and you go, eh? This is it. Eh. So we're doing the vowels. We have one more vowel. Oh. This kind of looks a little bit like a UFO, so that's how I remember it. The A kind of looks a little bit like an apple with a cross in it. This is O. O has the little squiggly here too. Animation is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, squiggly. 3. O. Okay, awesome. We have done it correctly. Cool. Right. Now take this here. So, see, we have A, I, U, E, O. These are our only vowels that are written on their own. When we write Japanese, we're going to be writing the phonemes instead. A phoneme is the smallest part of the language that carries meaning. Japanese phonemes usually come with a consonant and a vowel, so we have here. This is ka. See, it's just one symbol, but it has 2 sounds in it, which is the most common way of writing. Ka. Hello, the Smash Bros. Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well tonight, or today, or tomorrow. I don't know what time it is. This is a ka. It's written like such. Well, we're going to go through them real quick just to familiarize ourselves. And then we're going to do some exercises. 1, 2, 3, ka. Cool. This one here has some extra squigglies on it. So we can figure out it probably is similar to ka, but it has the squigglies up here. We do the katakana here. Or the katakana, we do the katana. This is a katana. This is a sword tip. And a little squiggly, and the 2 extra ones. When we have the 2 extra here, it changes the sound to a ga. So it changes from K to G, g. And here we go. 1, 2, squiggly, 3. This is one of my favorites. I just think it looks pretty. Ki. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you guess what this is? Being, oh, screwed it up. Being a ki, but it's changed. It's a ki. Gi means clothing or outfit. Misugi, for example, that's water outfit. It's a swimsuit. Aha, this is a ku. It's like a beak for a verb. Ku with the double squiggles, the double lines rather, it's a ku. Here's a new one. See this cross here, do you see this? This was in some other ones. And this is one of the koi fish. 1 koi, 1 cross. Ke. Ke with the squiggles or the double lines. They're not very squiggly, they're lines. Ke. This seems hard, don't worry about it. This is one of those things that once you kind of familiarize with it, this is ko and go. Also looks like koi fish. Oh, let's do that again. Ooh, clear. 1, 2, 3. It's good enough. This is go. Oh, that's ko. And this is go. I don't know what that one wants for me. Smaller line probably. Good morning, Hajime. We're just familiarizing ourselves. I just want to show that they exist. Then we're gonna go further with it. Now we're here at the s. The s. Slow down, I can't take notes. It's okay, you can go back to the video afterwards. Made it too big, yes. We're just familiarizing ourselves. We're gonna do some exercises with this soon and really get to know the sounds too, so please don't worry about it. This is a sa. It looks a little bit like the ki, but it only has 1 big line. Sa. This one has 2 lines too. It's exactly the za, but with the 2 lines. Changes from za to a z. Za. 8 letters that look similar but had different pronunciation. It's okay though, it's really clear. It's really clear. You just notice, oh, it has extra lines or an extra dot. Got it. Za. This one I learned because it's in sushi. It's one of the first you learn. It's like just like a big hook. Shi. Shi. This one has the double lines. That's a G. G. Pronounce J just like in English. I tend to pronounce my J sounds wrong in Japanese. You mean the one that looks similar, like jitsu and zo? Yes. More sushi, but this one is G. It comes the su in sushi. I like this one because it's squiggly, and I always make this one look terrible. I can't write this one by hand. The little loop here make it pretty small. Su. We have Fia in chat. She's really good at this stuff. She's good at correcting me. See, we had the double lines. It's now a z. Here's a se. Feeding through. Just making sure that we get the concept of the kana Whoop. And the dots. Oh, I hated this one. That's okay. This one. So, this one is it's just one movement. You go 7 and you go zoop. Quick over here, and then you keep holding down your pen to a Z. This one is like an autograph, pretty much. And we do it again with the double lines. Now it's a zo. So S turns into Z in most cases. Most cases. This one is a J. Alright. We're going through this really quick now, just to see that they exist. We're gonna do exercises with them. This one here is a ha. As you can see, it's cross, and it's yet again fishes. It's cross and ko. And I messed it up. Cross. Fishes. Koi fish. Cross, koi fish, dut. Ta. And this one is an important casual particle. Da. Genki da. I'm good. It's to say that something is. Genki da. Kono Dio da. It's me, Dio. So ta becomes da when we have the double. And this one looks like a 5. I tend to write this as a big 5. This is chi. And this big loop here, it's a tsu. This one, half of our zo, that's a te. It turns into de. Woof, woof. This is like a beak. I remember this. Oh, let's do that again. I remember this because it's like a beak. And bird is tori. Bird beak. To. To. That's just how it's stuck in my brain. It turns into a do. Oh boy. Oh, it is not like in my beautiful mouse drawings. Yeah, it turns into do. As you can see, there's a bunch of them. I think there's 72 of them. This is na, like imemore luna, na. That's how I learned this one. And we have 1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish is ni. N. And this one is fun because it's annoying. Ne. Ne. Ne is how you ask for, like, is that right? Or if you want someone's attention, for example, you can go ne. Ne. Neko, yes. And this one is part of our apple. This is no. The particle to imply ownership. You don't need to take notes of everything here. We're gonna come back to them. This is ma. Tu. Me. Squiggly. Very squiggly. Whatever. It's mu. Me. Big squiggle. Ew. Big squiggle. Whatever. It's close enough. More. Maybe it is easier. Maybe it is easier to go through some of these later, but I just wanted to show them. Oh, you. Oh, hang on. Yeah. You. You. And yo. This is one of my favorites. It's pretty and it's easy to draw essay as I mess it up clear. 1 and 2. Yo. Here we go. Here comes the spicy one. Ra. A little fishy. Ra. Ri. See, not all of them have the modifiers. Some of them just exist as they are, without being able to be modified into something else, like the 2 lines. Re and ro. One big. What a pain. Alright, Here we go. Ta, wa. This one is wo, but it's never written as wo. It's just o usually. It's a particle. Particle form, it's o. But you can use it to write wo, but wo is not a common phoneme. So it's way more commonly used as o. And this is n. Easy to remember because it looks like an n. Alright. I think we're done with the hiragana for now. I toasted. It's just to show you. Well, let's go into Duolingo, shall we? Name and describe food. Which one of these is meat? Alright, let's zoom in a little. That's enough. Okay. As you can see here, we have sushi, niku, and miso. And as you can see, they're pretty much all of these are written. And this is the way it's usually this case with most of it. One Japanese symbol is at the very least 2 Roman. So SU, su, has 1 symbol. We do it before. And then there has she. That's usually how you write it. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions? And I'll try and clarify. So meat here, niku, is NYKU, but it has ni and ku. Niku. Good job. Mochi. Does this make sense? Mochi. Mochi. Again, it's 2 symbols for what we think should be 5. Mochi is delicious. Mochi is super good. Sushi. Sushi.
Soba.
Did you hear that? Soba. Let me turn down the music a little bit and up this bad boy. Soba.
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 Which one of these is green tea? This one is tricky. They haven't explained this, or I haven't explained this rather. But just keep in mind, we're gonna have a look at ocha here. See here, there's a little ya here. But we don't read the ya, we only read the a. When they're small, you combine them with what comes before, so you literally only keep the vowel sound. Ocha. But if you would read it with the big ya, it would be ochiya. But that's not how you say green tea. We only say ocha. It's confusing at first. Everything is confusing at first. But it's okay. As you do more, as you practice, you will absolutely get used to it. But yes, ocha. Green tea. Today we're only getting familiar with it, familiarizing ourselves. We're gonna go more in depth. But since these streams are meant to be shorter and focused, we do this little overview of kana, or at least hiragana, today. And then we're gonna go into it, and it's all gonna be explained in due time, I promise you. I intend to do a bunch of these. Hi Oceana. Reviving. Studying. I hope you're well too.
Niku.
Niku. Do you remember what this is? It's line, 2 fishes, and the beak. Niku. It sounds a little bit like a meme. Niku, niku, ni. That's niko. Niko is smile. Niku is meat. Exactly. Yum, yum, yum. Niku.
Mochi.
Mochi. We like mochi. Have you had mochi? I think my favorite mochi is probably coconut mochi. Good.
餅
mochi.
お茶
Ocha. This one was confusing, remember? But we have our O here, our UFO, our ch sound, and our as sound. Ocha. It's warm and it's tasty. Green tea. Yes, ocha is green tea. Cha is tea. So, you know, it comes from chai, or it's related to chai. How we say like chai tea, which just means tea. So chai tea is tea. Cha is tea. Ocha.
水
Mizu. We mentioned this one before, but I haven't really gotten into it. Mizu with a Z. It's the sushi squiggle for soup, but it has 2 dots. So it's Z. Anyone remember? Misugi is swimsuit. Translated to waterwear. It's water.
水
Mizu. Sushi. We all know what sushi is. Let's see. Select the correct character for sushi. These are really good. These are really good to kind of figure out what you're doing wrong. This one is soba, mizu, sushi, and mochi. Sushi.
寿司
All right. Pairs. So what I would do, this is just Duolingo. You can get it. It's free. Wish I had an affiliate code, but Duolingo, you'll need to answer my emails. No. When you do this, it's really good to always write the kana and the romaji. Romaji is just this. It's just how you would write the word if you use the regular alphabet. So you write both. So you would write your Nico
肉
together. You usually write with bigger letters. You write your Japanese text, and with smaller, you write the romaji over it. So yes, 1-5. Sushi. Does anyone know which belongs to? Let's see. We had a 4 with 2. 4 with 2. Oh yes, indeed.
寿司
Sushi. And then 3 and 6. Mizu. Important to make sure it's a Z sound for mizu, because misu is something else, I'm sure. Soba. You here recognizes so. There's only one so in here. It's made with one long stroke. And it looks like it has a te in it. Hello, Haruda. Good morning. We're learning together. Hagen. Number 4 has a zo. Yes, zoba. This is Nico.
肉
Ocha,
お茶
mochi,
餅
so.
そば
Soba, it's 4 indeed. Okay, let's match some pairs. We have ocha, mochi, soba, misu, and niku. Okay, well, niku we have seen. Ku is the only one with a beak. Soba is the only one with a so. Mochi is the only one that was confusing. Mizu. We've done that one before. That's the only one with a z. And mochi is the tasty one. 1 and 8. Ocha and ocha.
お茶
Yes. Then we have the soba. With soba. We did this one before.
そば
Mizu. 4 and 0.
水
Yeah, good job. You got it. Mochi
餅
and Nico. Okay, misu. We have done this one. Mizu.
水
Water. 2 and 9. I missed, but I'm sure it's correct. Da-da. Review lesson. That's okay. Yeah. Thank you. I don't wanna. It's okay. I don't need your dopamine rewards. I just wanna learn, fam. All right. Name and describe food. Cool. So this is the early part of Duolingo, and they do this without having told you which is which. They do it without having told you which hiragana is which is why something like the hiragana quiz is good, or Kanshido is good, because then we actually get to familiarize ourselves with some of them first and how to draw them. When you have learned how to draw the kana properly, they stick in your brain because it's easier to make out exactly what makes what. So learn how to draw them by hand and they will stick. It's a trick. It's a magic trick. A teacher magic trick. When you write down something by hand, I don't remember how more efficiently you learn something, but it's like 3 times more efficient than just trying to type it or just writing it or not even writing it. You're saving yourself hundreds of hours of learning a language when you write down by hand, specifically by hand. So if you really want to learn, you write down by hand. Okay. Second one. I was gonna read that, but I didn't have the time. Which one of these is rice? Well, sure is only one that has rice on it. Gohan. Have you heard Gohan before? I'm sure you have. You watched Dragon Ball. Well, like me, you read Dragon Ball when you were a kid. And you were too young for it. But you enjoyed it anyway. iPad stylus is good, yes. Absolutely. Gohan is cooked rice. That's how it's usually translated, cooked rice. It's also a meal. So, asa gohan is morning, and cooked rice, morning meal, breakfast. Yes, gohan. Remember gohan because you always write rice like that in restaurants. Oh, okay, that's cool. I love that. And then we have ocha and sushi.
ご飯
おいしい寿司
Oh, we learned a new word.
おいしい
Oishi. Have you heard that before? If anyone of you have watched anime, you have probably heard oishi. It's an adverb, I think the word class is. Is that correct in English? It describes something. It means yummy. It means it's tasty. And you don't have to say oishi desu. That's redundant. When there's 2 e's after, when it ends with the e and there's like 2 e, like kawaii, oishi, that is already describing the fact that it is something. So, oishi sushi, delicious sushi, yummy sushi, tasty sushi. Which one of these is chopsticks? Hashi, which I'm pretty sure is a commonly used cute name for things when it comes to VTubers. I think I met a couple of Hashi. Umai is masculine form, but Oshi is feminine form. That one I don't know actually. Japanese has first-person gendered language, so masculine speakers tend to describe things or use certain words and certain expressions, while feminine speakers do it differently. It's been phasing out slowly though. The younger generations don't care as much, and you know, it's like kind of cool when like a lady's using like masculine form. Can you read this? Neko. Yes. It's cat. Let's just learn that oishi is tasty and don't care about like gendered language right now. Chopsticks, hashi.
白い箸
Ooh. Shiroi.
白い
What do you think that means? Well, we're describing whatever the
Hashi.
hashi, the chopsticks is. Shiroi should be white. White chopsticks, yes. So let's have a look again. What do we see with our kana? See, 3 kana for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. Shiroi. So they've structured things differently. In Japanese, they figured, why should we have a bunch of different symbols for sounds, for one sound? Like, does it make sense? And the more I thought about this, no, it doesn't make sense. For example, every language that uses the alphabet, why don't we just add a few letters to our alphabet for the unique sound? So we don't have to write SHI for a she sound, you know? We just do the big squiggle, the big loop, or the big hook. This one is right. Shiroi.
白い
Shiro is the color white, if I'm not mistaken. Shiroi means that something has the property of being white. A very kind Japanese lady on the way to Hawaii that I was talking to called me the palest person ever. And she called me, I can't remember, like Yaffari Shiroi or something like that. And I was like, I know I'm pale, lady, I know. Thanks, auntie. I'm working on it. I will. She was telling me that because she was like, listen, you need to be careful with your skin. I've never seen a person as pale as you. And I was like, yeah, I'm from Scandinavia.
寿司ご飯
That's how I remember Shiroi. Gohan.
ご飯
Gohan. Wait, sushi gohan?
寿司ご飯
Sushi rice.
寿司ご飯
Sushi gohan. Sushi rice. Yes. Hey, Lord of Bones. How you doing? We are vibing. We are learning. Doo-doo. No, I don't want to try anything. We're good. Okay, third one. Then we're done level 1. Green tea. Ocha.
お茶
So far, the best way to remember this one, which is what I did when I was doing Duolingo first, is I just remember it's the confusing looking one. Nice. Ocha. Confusing.
お茶
Ochia. Ocha. Sushi. Done with this
Sushi.
one. Sushi.
寿司
Soba. Done this
Soba.
one too. This one is just a test, I think.
肉
Niku, meat.
肉
And the pairs. Okay, let's do some pairing. We have soba, ocha, mochi, niku, and miso. Which ones do you remember? The best way to do this is to look at what kana are you familiar with. Do you remember there's a cool one? Do you remember there's like a chi one? Do you remember the one that looked confusing, like
お
ocha?
茶
Soba. That's one I remember. I usually remembered it because of the so, because that's a funny squiggle. 1 and 7, yes, soba. 2 and 8,
そば
correct. That was correct. I was just being quick. Yes, 2 and 8, 1 and 7. Mochi. This one we're not as familiar with. What is this one?
餅
Mo and chi. 3 and 9, exactly. Exactly correct. I just want to do a quick note on mo. It is also a particle. Particles are short little words that tie a sentence together. So, for example, yeah, mo is and or together with. So like, or it's mo is and. So Yami mo. No, it's to. No. No, I'm completely wrong here. It's together with. It's so yeah. Let's skip that. To is and. So Yami to chat. Yami and chat. Okay, mochi. 4 and 0, Nico. Yes, that's meat.
肉
We're going to go through the particles. Don't worry about it. There will be a particle stream. Nico 0, yes.
餅
Mochi.
餅
Yum yum. Oichi mochi. Tasty mochi. Another one. Okay, we know for a fact that this is ocha.
お茶
You remember Nico.
肉
Mochi. The mo.
餅
Soba.
そば
And miso water. Okay. So which one here then is miso? We have 4 different ones. We have ocha, we have sushi, we have mochi, and we have miso. But I won't tell you which one it is. Can you tell? Remember the shape of any of the kana? I usually remember miso by me. But we haven't talked a lot about me. See here, where are we? Delay wise. 1. It's 1. Correct, Andrea.
水
Miso. Also, I'm gonna get out a very nice looking YouTube chat. I just hadn't had the time to set it up. Miso. Can't miss. Miso. What?
水
Sweet. Oh yeah, that's Lily. That character is named Lily, and she's cranky. They have different characters, so you get to hear different intonation, or not different intonations maybe, but different ways of saying things. Reach for the trophy. Ooh, a challenge. Okay. This challenge with fewer and then 3 mistakes to advance. Oh. Okay. We have mochi. We here remembers mochi. Yum yum yum. So a note on this too. This is how you spell them phonetically. If you write them like this or spell them like this, someone will understand it. But honestly, they're usually written with kanji. They have really nice looking kanji too. Number 3 is mochi, correct.
餅
Mochi. Sweet. Tasty. Oishi.
お
Well,
いしい
there was only one word, so.
お茶
Ocha. Green tea. They will also accept tea, but we're gonna write green tea just to be certain, because we only can afford 3 errors. Ocha. Tasty meat. Okay. Yes. Which one here is tasty? Which one is meat? Oishi and Niku. Hiccup. I wonder what hiccup is in Japanese. We're saying things out loud. Well, that's good though. That's good. Saying things out loud is a good way to learn. Niku oishi. Well, in the other order, you say oishi niku. It feels a little backward sometimes, but it's oishi niku. Oishi being tasty.
おいしい
Niku is meat.
肉
おいしいお茶
Oishi ocha. Okay. A big string of kana. See, this is foreshadowing. Did you know that in Japanese, you tend to get a huge string of literally everything? Let me show you real quick. Let me show you what I mean by this. You get a huge string of, let's see here. If I want to write, my name is Yami. I like birds, I think. Or I love birds. Then it would be like, 僕の名前はYami です。Well, okay, let's just do Yami with the kanji. Tori no ski. There isn't any, there's like no spaces. No spaces. It's just a big, this might be not 100% grammatically correct, but there are no spaces. So everything is written together, so you really need to figure out what's what. Because you'll get a big string of something and you'll be like, oh my god, what am I reading? Yes, this is tasty tea. It's true. Tasty green tea. Tasty green tea. Oishi, first word. Second, cha. But you write it all together. And you use particles and kanji to figure out what's what. It does make sense, you just have to practice a little bit. That's why kanji is good too. Or it's one of the many reasons kanji is good. We're gonna talk about kanji in its own stream. Green tea, ocha.
お茶おいしい
Oishi. It's tasty. Tasty mochi. Oichi mochi.
もち
Hey, we got
美味し
XP.
い寿司
You remember what sushi is. It's sushi. I'm so glad we didn't just take the word sushi and like insist on coming up with like a Western name for it. You know, like, hey, you want a raw fish plate? Sushimi, sushi. We just kept it. Tasty sushi. Tasty soba.
おいしいそばおいしい肉
Oishi niku. Well, they sure are hitting us hard with the tasty. Oh, right. Tasty meat. Tasty sushi. Oishi
お
sushi.
寿司おいしいそば
Okay, at this point, they're just beating us over the head with it. Oishi. Wait. Oi. Tasty soba. Hi, Annie. Good to see you. You're learning. Okay. So, those of you that have been paying attention or listening, I believe that you should know what's going on here. In what order do we type tasty green tea in Japanese? Which word first? Which comes after? You will learn oishi and you will like it. Yeah, like, imagine calling sushi fish rice exactly. Oishi ocha, you got it! You got it. Like the word umai better. So, okay, yeah, I think oishi is just more common, but they don't want to confuse us.
おいしいお茶
Oichi ocha. And oishi is like an what would you say? Exclamation. You say it out loud, like you taste something and you go, oishi! Like, wow, this is good! So, you don't always say like, I guess it's correct, but like, oishi ocha ski. Like, I like tasty tea. I don't think it makes as much sense. It's an awkward way of saying it. There's a different word for good tasting food. But I may be wrong on this, so let's not quote me on that. It's mainly the explanation. Oishi, this is good. This is tasty, thank you.
おいしいご飯
Yoshi music. Arigato. Thank you, yes. Oishi gohan. Do you remember what gohan is? It's not just Son Gohan, you know, from Dragon Ball. It also has a meaning, a tasty meaning. Yes, it's tasty rice. Gohan is rice or meal. It means rice, but it's used as meal. It's mainly used to talk about cooked rice. Tasty rice.
おいしい
go for that.
餅
Oichimachi. Well, obviously it's gonna be tasty. It's mochi. Yes, Gohan is right. Great Saiyan. Saiyan man, yes. Tasty Saiyan. That's funny. Oishi mochi. Tasty mochi. I think they're kind of smart that they use food that we're kind of familiar with. I don't know how often you guys have mochi, but Tasty mochi. Makes sense. Tasty sushi. Makes sense. We've all heard sushi at the very least. Depending on culture and stuff, maybe you heard about mochi. Tasty rice. Yum yum. You remember? We should all know by now. What words and what order do we use to say tasty rice or this rice is delicious? This rice is tasty. Oishii gohan, exactly.
Oishii.
Got it.
ご飯
Oishii gohan. Remember? To eat. Oishii. Oishii. To make sure we're saying that the rice is indeed tasty. Otherwise, it's more so like a dictionary form, something tasty and also rice. It becomes awkward. So prolong the E a little bit. Oishii. Not oishi. Oishii gohan. Yes. Got it. Alright. Tasty. So these have been, okay, we don't need to do the legendary trophy. These have been a few exercises in simple kana. Hiragana is what we've been doing. Hiragana. Look, I even have a sheet for this. Have a sheet. So this may look like a lot. Ooh, let me make that smaller. This may look like a lot, but we have the basic 46 characters. We've been studying a bunch of them. Then they're called diacritics, apparently. They're the ones that have been modified and changed by getting the double squiggles or also a circle. You don't have to learn them all right now. It just, now you know that that's a thing. And diagrams, like kia, you know, you take one kana and then you put a smaller one afterward and it gets only the last part of it. So yeah, kia or shu, sho, yo. It makes sense. It will make sense. It looks like a lot. This all looks like a lot, I promise you. Once you gotten familiar with it, it's way easier. Next time, my intention is that we're going to katakana, which looks very suspiciously similar. We talked about this before, but we didn't take the time for this today. This is for loan words. This is sometimes for names. This is for onomatopoeia. So down and taking notes. Oh, I'm sorry. I can post links to a Imgur or something. I'll post the links in the comment section or paste it in the about section on this. Yeah, you took notes. That's awesome. That's awesome. So to summarize, you don't need to remember the katakana right now. Let's skip that one. But the hiragana, they are to write phonetics. They write their words as you read it, as you say it. They always mean the same thing. They're always read the same way. Which sounds obvious, but we're talking Japanese here, which means that they're pretty original. Most symbols, most glyphs, most characters in Japanese are not read the same way every time you read them. But these are. And you can use them to write everything. It's acceptable if you're a beginner. Eventually you will need to learn kanji, but we're not there yet. But these can write every word. And you use them for a bunch of things. We have learned a lot about how to say common Japanese words in the West, like sushi and I guess mochi. Like common words that are good to use later, like mizu, gohan. We didn't learn common phrases though, like thank you, arigato, or thank you very much, arigatou gozaimasu. Now, I'm going to post you the links to what we used to learn. You can use Duolingo to learn these. They have, let me show you real quick. We didn't use them because I wasn't sure if they would actually let you draw it. But if you go into Duolingo real quick here, characters, really easy to find, and you learn the characters. It will get you like correct. Do the one for wa. Oh, this is wa.
Chi,
Oh, this is chi. This is T. So you just get all of the different ones. Without words, it's just the sounds. Me is here.
え
Eh. Okay. I was pretty certain you could like practice them. Let's see.
あえ
Yeah, you can click them.
きく
You can hear them out loud.
け
Yes. And here in Kanshiro, you get to practice how to draw them. And you get to see them animated, which is amazing. And if I'm not mistaken, they do this as well for kanji, which is going to be ultra delicious good. It's gonna be amazingly good and useful. Thank you for the Twitch sub. Twitch follow, I mean. It's gonna be amazingly useful later on. But here, animate. 1, 2, 3. That order, exactly as they did it, is the way you're supposed to do it. Easiest way to learn. Animate. I will link these in the comments. So we have familiarized ourselves with the idea of the hiragana and how it's used, kind of why it's used the way it is, or the idea behind it. Yeah. So we're going to katakana next time, maybe kanji. But this is the absolute fundamentals. To learn Japanese, you have to start with the hiragana. You have to start with this. And it's a really good idea to go to Kanshiro. Okay. Fam. As these are unscripted and we're learning as we go. Sometimes I miss things, sometimes I'm wrong. If I'm wrong or I miss something, please type it in the comments. If there's something you want me to go through next time, or something you want me to clarify, what was that?
Good stream.
Oh, wait, where did you go? Good stream, thank you. Gary, thank you for the $20. Thank you, that reminds me, I need to put the alerts on the chatting screen. Thank you so much, Gary, I appreciate it. Mwah. So, any questions, anything you want me to go through, or your own notes, for example, please post them in the comment. Actually, that's really good. Yes, post your notes in the comments, post questions in the comments, and correct me if I'm wrong and stinky in the comments. As we do this more, they're going to be more focused, more clear, and we're going to be going into more advanced territory, but very slowly. So I hope that this series can grow and my ability to teach as I learn grow as well, and we can have fun. I want to do this pretty often. I want to keep the streams to 1 hour because it's more digestible. I think that's about it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope to see you again. Smash that like button and yeah, destroy the bell and what subscribe. And check me out on Twitch if you haven't, Patreon, all of that stuff if you want to support me. I'm gonna go now, but I will see you on Twitch in, oh, it's just 4 hours. Okay, yeah, I gotta go work out. I will see you later. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah, I'm so